What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and here's my next Ask Me Anything live stream that I'm going to be doing for YouTube tonight. Well, at 4:27 a.m. That's currently the time. Yeah, just felt like doing another one of these. So hopefully you guys are awake at this time. I just need to share the link to this on my Facebook fan page and on Twitter, or X, as Elon Musk renamed it to. But I already told you guys how much I like Elon Musk, so. And I'm not being sarcastic when I say that, by the way. I mean, I have autism, so I'm rarely ever sarcastic. But I explain that enough in my. I explain that enough in many of my other live streams. Alright, so just sharing the link to this on Facebook right now. If you guys want to know what this thing is, this is like a portable keyboard that my grandma got for me as a present, so I can use it during my gaming live streams. I haven't done a Kenshi gaming live stream in a while. I plan on doing another one soon, because I love Kenshi. Well, of course I love Kenshi, always going to. 1 second. Kind of sad that May 2024 is almost over. We're already halfway through year 2024. Time goes by like way too fast. Need to drink water more often. I always feel out of it for some reason. Hi, James Reacts to Everything. How are you doing? I mean, I've been feeling out of it. I've been feeling out of it lately for some reason. Mainly, like, my motivation has been off. But hope that that improves, please. That's good, James. I'm doing alright, too. Felt like doing another Ask Me Anything live stream. I'm just sharing the link to it on Facebook and on Twitter right now. Did you see the James? Did you see the video I did of the Magic Adventure Runestone? Pretty sure you already know what my Magic Adventure Runestone is. I mean, my Magic Adventure Runestones are, I should say, because I make tons of them. I mean, I talked about those like over and over again for the past few years. Oh my gosh, making myself sound old. Oh, okay. Here's the link to it. Have you ever seen any of my other videos I did with the Magic Adventure Runestones, James? I mean, I'm sure you have. I mean, because I feature them in a lot of my adventure videos, but I only done like a handful, like a few videos about focusing on the stones themselves. Oh yeah, yeah. I knew you would remember that. Yeah. That was an interesting spell that someone taught me. Oh, there's one thing I just remembered that I forgot to do earlier. Oh, but I mean, like, I don't have to pause the stream for it. I can do it right now. Just 1 second. Hi, Salvania. I'm doing good. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a if you guys want to see a closer look at it, it's a vintage Ken doll from. Well, let me turn on the light so you guys can see it better. It's a vintage Ken doll from 1968. It's for the gay love spell that I'm casting. Well, that I have been casting. The reason why his face is red is because I had the gay love rune symbols written on my leg. But yeah, bit of an X-rated topic, but it's basically a spell that I kind of came up with on my own. Well, not exactly. I mean, like I was talking to like a lot of witches and warlocks online who also practice witchcraft, and I was telling them what I'm trying to summon, and this is actually a present that one of them ordered for me. I forgot to do a thank you video on it. Just remembered that. Yeah, one of my witch friends that I've been talking to online ordered this for me because I was talking about how I was trying to cast a bunch of magic spells to summon a crazy, obsessive, yet very kind and very nice and never wanting to harm anyone guy into my life who is older than I am, which is why they got me a vintage Ken doll from 1968, which honestly is like technically around the same age I would want my crazy obsessed number one fan to be. I mean, because if you guys want to know, if a guy was born in year 1968, that would make him 55, 56 years old in year 2024. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's about the age I prefer them, really. So yeah. Also, on top of that, I did not do that on purpose, no pun intended. But also on top of that, this doll actually used to be a talking doll. You can still see like its string right here. And to be completely honest with you guys, I'm trying to say this in a way that it doesn't make me sound bad or shallow or anything. But I honestly do not like guys who talk too much. I mean, might seem like a tad bit of a contradiction, but I honestly. One second. Forgot to put this on. Gosh. I honestly don't like guys who talk too much, and it may seem like a contradiction because I always give out my phone number to guys I talk to online. However, they're always scared to call me for some reason. But the thing is, I never really liked guys who talk too much because when a guy talks too much, eventually he might end up saying something that upsets me. And also because when a guy talks too much, I can't always follow what he's saying because he's rambling so much about stuff. And you know, there's so many guys who do that. I mean, there's so many guys who do that, who just talk, and ramble and ramble and ramble and never let me talk at all. And it's not good, really. So I wanted to summon a quiet guy, and I think it's really interesting how this used to be a talking Ken doll, but now it's like silent and doesn't say anything. I mean, I wouldn't really necessarily want him to be like dead silent unless me and him were together all the time. Then he doesn't have to say anything. But would want him to call me and tell me that he misses me and everything. Well, what I mean by that, and this is a whole nother thing I'm going to explain, I was actually planning on writing like a script in case there's like a crazy obsessive guy who's watching my videos on YouTube and he wants to talk to me and everything, but he can't think of what to say at all or how to get me to talk at all. I was planning on writing a script, like a list of things for him to say to me that will make me start talking and will let me know that he actually likes me and everything. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it's my autism, really. And, you know, that might actually be true. I mean, it might. Crazy guy might be madly in love with me, but is too nervous to say anything for some reason, so that will make it even easier for him. Yeah, I prefer someone who lets me do the talking instead, honestly. But yeah. Alright, sorry I was rambling so much. Let me see what you guys are typing. I'm doing good, Salvania. Alright. I know the vintage Barbie dolls. I was watching them on YouTube. Oh, nice. They're pretty good, the videos to be exact. Yeah, yeah, the vintage Ken dolls are pretty cool. I don't really do anything with the Barbie dolls at all. I mean, I used to play with those back when I was a kid, but I mean, yeah. I didn't really play with them the same way that I think girls normally play with them because I used to watch a lot of slasher movies back when I was a kid, and I would always make one of the dolls the killer, and I'd have her murder all the dolls except for the one survivor girl who survives at the end. Yeah, that was weird. Alright, so part of this spell for this Ken doll, I'm supposed to have this thing bound to my leg. So let me do that right now. You guys won't be able to see that on camera, but it won't take me long. I actually have done a video of me binding it to my leg, but hold on 1 second. Insomnus homo me omit in Nathanium. Insomnus homo me omit in Nathanium. Omit me, Gustave me. Omit me, Gustave me. Itor in tempor agite. 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 Insomnus homo me omit in Nathanium. Insomnus homo me omit in Nathanium. Insomnus homo me omit in Nathanium. I was just drawing the runes on my legs. I always do like the chant whenever I'm drawing the runes on my legs. Alright, time to strap him to my leg. That's supposed to symbolize, well, I mean, I already explained it. I mean, if you guys saw the posts that I made about it on Facebook or Twitter, you guys would know. Or Instagram. Yeah, on Instagram. Yeah, definitely. That's another place I posted it. Alright, so just trying to... I use a bandage to bind it to my leg. That, like, locks in and sticks better. But 1 second. This will not take long. Sominus homo me omit Nathanium. Omit me, Gustave me. Itor in tempor agite. Alright, I have it bound to my leg. See? So yeah. Hi Isaiah, how are you doing? I actually need to drink more water very often. I read online that there's this like whole water calculator thing I read online that you're supposed to, like, you enter in your weight, and you also enter in whether you live in a dry climate or a humid and moist warm tropical climate or in a normal climate. And I live in Florida, so I entered a tropical climate. I mean, even though it's like subtropical, we do get like really cold during the winter because I'm in northern Florida. But it told me that I need to drink like, let me tell you what it, I forgot the exact number, but let me see. I think it was, let me try searching it. How much water to drink a day calculator. Yeah, water intake calculator. I think this was the one I was, yeah, I think this was the one I was using. Okay. So, wait a second, it's asking me for my height? What the hell? Okay. So, I don't remember it asking me for my height. And then I'm 145 pounds and 6'3". So, oh, this isn't the same one I was using. Oh, wait a second. No, this is a... That was the wrong one. Yeah, that was... Yeah, this isn't the one I was using. My bad. Well, this is a different one. So 6'3", and then 100 and... Well, let me round up, because sometimes it goes... My weight fluctuates between 140 and 145 pounds. So 145 pounds, 6'3", activity level, I put that at moderately active. I do pace around a lot, and I do use my... You have to drink 6.3 liters of water a day. What? Seriously? So these are the water bottles that I drink. Now, these are 16.9 fluid ounces, or 500 milliliters. So how many of these? Let me see. So 1 liter is 1,000, so that's... 2 of these is 1 liter. Really? Okay. So, sorry my math isn't so good, but 2 of these is 1 liter, so I have to drink 6. That means I have to drink 6.3 liters a day. That means I have to drink 12 of these a fucking day? Are you kidding me? You know, that actually... Damn. I mean... Okay, now, I just want to let everyone know, do not drink that much water, seriously, because that's... If you drink all that at once, that can actually kill you, because I actually heard, like, a news story that this one girl drank... I mean, she just drank 4 bottles of water, but she was actually a woman. I'm pretty sure she... I mean, I'm not sure... She looked normal in her pictures, but I think she was probably like 5'4", 5'5", 5'6", based on what I remember. But she looked like normal shape and everything. She actually died because she drank 4 bottles of water before she was going, like 4 bottles of water back to back when she was going on a walk. And I thought that was messed up. But this thing is telling me I need to drink 6 liters, so basically that's 12 bottles. 12 bottles of these? Well, more than 12. It said, damn. How? You know, and the messed up thing about it is, um, I always thought that you're just supposed to drink water when you get thirsty. So, I don't understand why I would need to drink that much, but, yeah, I mean, I would take that with a grain of salt, everyone. I mean, how ironic. I mean, because if you drink too much water, it can actually kill you. That's one thing that I'm worried about when I'm drinking all my bottled water. I run out of these things fast enough as it is. If I was drinking that much every single day, that's almost like, God, I would run out of my packs of water within... If I drank that much, I think I would run out of my packs of water within like 3 days. Gosh. Not sure how accurate that is, but let me switch to lightly active. I mean, because, I don't know. What does it tell me when I... Alright, it's still taking a while for it to load. I don't remember it saying that much, jeesh. That wasn't the one that I was using. Let me see how much water to drink a day. Hydration calculator. I mean... Alright, this wasn't it either. Let me try this one. Just 1 second. Okay, why is it saying... Damn it, this one is in centimeters and... Okay. No, I'm 6'3", so in centimeters, I think it's like 190 something centimeters, but let me see. So 6 times 12, 72, plus 5, no, did I say 5? No. So 72 inches plus 3, that makes me 75 inches tall, so inches to centimeters. So if I'm 75 inches tall, 190.5 centimeters tall, that's how tall I am, without the bandana, by the way. I always have to throw that in. People always think I'm shorter than I really am. So let me click to 190, yeah, 190. And the weight is 145, let me round up for that. So 145 pounds in kg is 65 kilograms. Well, I mean, rounding down, it's 65. It's 65.77, so 65 kilograms. Let me enter that. Physical activity. I would put that at, right, country. Wow, it just narrows it down by country? What the hell? They don't even have... It's asking me how much water I consume. I thought it was supposed to tell me how much water it should take. Alright, that didn't tell me anything. It just... Damn it. Let me try another hydration calculator. I should have bookmarked that link. That's where I messed up, so... Okay, so... Let me wait for... Is this the same one I was using? Okay. No, this isn't the same one. 6'3", male, 145 pounds. Hope it just gives me a straight answer. How much do you typically sweat? How the fuck am I supposed to know? Alright, never mind. Let's just forget about the water calculator. Those things are annoying. Gosh. Alright. Hi, Andraini, Natala, how are you? I'm doing okay. Glad you're doing good, Isaiah. Thanks, Aubrey. I haven't really felt like working on any of my Sims 2 scary movies lately. Been feeling kinda out of it. What's your Knifed movie sequel? Oh, I mean, people still want me to make a sequel to Knifed? I mean, that story, like, concluded, like, so long ago. It's funny how it's been, like, more than 10 years and people still want me to... Oh, what's your favorite Knifed... Oh, I'm sorry. What's your favorite Knifed movie sequel? Ooh, that's a good one. I'd have to say Knifed 7, Return to Woods Creek. That's the first thing that came to mind. I mean... yeah. I'm stuck between Knifed 7 and Knifed 5. I mean... yeah. I mean, the one with Hilary Duff turned out pretty well. It was difficult finding voice actors for Onryo 2 Retribution. Those movies are, I mean, like, mainly because, like, what was I gonna say? Mainly because, like, the script for Onryo 2 was, like, the longest script I've ever written in my entire life. You guys want to see it? Because I actually have it somewhere. Let me show it to you guys real quick. Hold on. 1 second. Alright, so I'm back. This is a script for Onryo 2 that I wrote way back in February of 2020. What the hell is all this crap all over it? Hold on, let me clean that off. I had to put it in a binder because it was so large. I never wrote anything this long in my entire life, honestly. 97 pages, no, 96 pages. I mean, because I wanted to give, like, Onryo 2, like, a long storyline, a long, complex storyline with, like, multiple subplots, which is exactly what it's going to be. And, you know, my goal is to finish it before year 2023 is over. Right, here it is. The script for Onryo 2. And I found all the voice actors for it. Yeah, so I mean, because I didn't want any of the voices to sound like myself, but, yeah, I mean, I think for the sequel, after Onryo 2 is done, for Onryo 3, 4, and 5, I might do all the voiceovers myself, really. But yeah, it's difficult finding voice actors. Everyone wants to get paid nowadays, really. The most important thing about the voice acting is really so the microphones aren't too fuzzy and so we can understand everything you're saying, really. I mean, well, the emotion is important too, but yeah. I mean, I also been making like a lot of yeah, I forgot about that. Also been making like a lot of storyboards for Onryo too. I mean, and I never made storyboards for any of my videos before, but the main reason for those is because there's going to be like a lot of live action scenes since I finally know how to change the color of my skin in Photoshop. I mean, not Photoshop, in Sony Vegas when I do a video. So I'm gonna have myself appearing as a ghost when I'm murdering the victims in Onryo 2. It's gonna be live action me, but all the victims are gonna be Sims 2 characters, which is gonna be a bit tricky, really. But I kind of have that figured out. I just hope it turns out well, the way I want it to turn out. Oh, that's where my heart stickers were. Well, the rest of my heart stickers were. Yeah, I need to straighten up my room, really. I have like so much clutter everywhere. I have the storyboards for Onryo 2 for the live action scenes that I still need to do. Have I finished all of them yet? Oh, I haven't finished all of them yet. Alright, that scene. And then yeah, I do need to film all these one night. I mean, I think there might be... Yeah, I still need to finish making the rest of these now that I think of it. So I only got those scenes so far. Mainly the most important thing is figuring out which scenes are going to be animated and which scenes are going to be live action with my ghost appearing in them. I want to like film all the live action ghost scenes all in one night so I don't have to keep putting on the makeup over and over again. My grandma ordered me like a full body flesh suit to wear, and I'm gonna be wearing that in my Onryo. Well, not well, like it's cause like my ghost in Onryo has like lots of blood on him from when he killed his previous victims. His whole arm is supposed to be stained in blood, one of his whole arms, and also his hands and forearms are supposed to be stained in blood because he rips out all the lungs of his victims. And I didn't want to like have to paint my arm red over and over again, so she got me like a flesh colored bodysuit that's supposed to be coming in the mail soon, and I'm supposed to like paint my I use acrylic paint. Going to be using like my acrylic pen and my acrylic paint to like paint blood up the arms. Also, these really long, scary black nails and everything. But yeah, then I go into Sony Vegas and I'm able to change this flesh color from what is it? From my flesh color to light blue, because Joe is supposed to be blue when he's in Onryo because he died of no oxygen, like a pale, ghostly shade of blue. Also a scary eyeliner to make my eyes look really fucked up and creepy. And I should have sworn, I mean, I had those somewhere, but I also need like the teeth tablets that turn plaque on your teeth red, because like he also he also is supposed to have his teeth stained with blood. Another creepy thing that his ghost is supposed to have. I mean, I have like a lot of plaque tablets, but they turn my teeth purple, and I don't want them to be purple. They're supposed to be red with blood. Yeah, I plan on making 5 of them. Onryo 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I already have like, do I have the... Where the hell did I put those? Let me show you guys something real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, everyone. But yeah, what I was getting for you guys, I do plan on making 5 Onryo movies in total. Because I always kind of knew exactly how the story for all of them would go, and I always knew how the sequels would all go. Because when the idea came to me, like, I knew that I didn't want it to just be one movie, I wanted it to be 5 movies total. So, Onryo 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I also already have like the DVD covers made for them. Let me show you guys what those look like. Alright, these are the custom DVD covers I made for Onryo. I mean, not sure if... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me turn on this light so you guys can see them more clearly. Yeah, because I was planning on having them like be like a box set, but yeah. Not sure how well those all fit with each other, but yeah. Yeah. That's them. Onryo 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And yeah, so I kind of put them in the wrong order, and these DVD covers are like really flimsy. You can see that there's been like, oh my god, that's damaged? What the hell? I hate that when that happens, but one of them kind of got damaged a tad bit, but yeah, happens. Well, whatever. This is cover for Onryo 5. Well, first is the Onryo, And this one, I finished the back of it because this movie is the only one that's finished so far. And yeah, also have the DVD in here too. I was planning on mailing these out to my YouTube followers, like, for free, obviously, but yeah, I don't know, for a contest or something. Like, if they win, they get, like, a box set, a custom box set of all 5 of the Onryo movies. I need to finish all 5 of them first. I only have one of them done so far. Then there's going to be Onryo 2, Retribution, the one that I'm working on right now. And yeah, got the spine done. No back part of it yet, but got the spine and the front part done. Then Onryo 5, Rebirth. Oh wait, no. I'm going out of order, gosh. That was Onryo 2. Then Onryo 3, Summoning. This one's going to be about well, I mean, I already gave away the plots for them earlier, what all 5 of them are going to be about. This one's going to take place 8 years after the original Onryo movie, 4 years after Onryo 2. It's about an Asian schoolgirl living in Taiwan who has bipolar disorder and a lot of other mental conditions. She reads about the ghost of Joe Winko, who died of coronavirus 8 years ago, and she finds a video that Joe Winko posted on YouTube on how to summon the ghost of Joe Winko to kill off all your enemies, because Joe Winko knew that he was going to become an Onryo when he died. So he does like a whole tutorial on how to do a ritual to summon the ghost of Joe Winko to kill off all your enemies. And that's exactly what she does, because she hates her family because they treat her horribly. She also hates all of her classmates because they also treat her horribly. And then she does the whole ritual. She summons the ghost of Joe Winko and asks him to kill off all of her classmates and all of her family members, and she lives in Taiwan. And then, one by one, all of her classmates and all of her family members end up getting their lungs ripped out and end up being stalked by the ghost of Joe Winko because she's the one who summoned him there. And you have to remember, it takes place in Taiwan, so people don't know. I mean, I talked to a few people from Taiwan, but I would imagine most people in Taiwan have no idea who Joe Winko is. I mean, obviously, if you look at Joe Winko and compare him to the people who are local to Taiwan, you can tell that he's not from Taiwan. I thought it would be like really scary because he looks so different from all of them and no one has an idea on who he is. I mean, eventually they do find out who he is, really, but yeah, it's basically about the girl who summons the ghost of Joe Winko to murder all of her classmates and all of her family members and a lot more people besides that. But yeah, that one's going to be really brutal. In each of the Onryo movies, Joe is supposed to get more and more evil as they progress. And then Onryo 4, Origin of Evil. This one is going to take place 20 years after the events of Onryo 1, and it takes place 16 years after the events of Onryo 2, and it takes place 12 years after the events of Onryo 3. So, hi Beto Garcia. So what happens in Onryo 4, Origin of Evil? Basically, now, this movie is going to take place in Elm Grove, Wisconsin, which is Joe Winko's hometown. Elm Grove, Wisconsin, except which is actually my hometown in real life, in case you guys are wondering. Elm Grove, Wisconsin, in Onryo 4, Origin of Evil, is supposed to be like a small town that's like isolated outside of Milwaukee, but if you actually drive over to Elm Grove, Wisconsin, you will see that it's not like that. It's not like an isolated small town at all. It's actually connected right next to a bunch of other towns. Really, I mean, it's not isolated or cut off at all. But in this movie, it is supposed to be an isolated town. And basically what happens is everyone living in Elm Grove, Wisconsin, well, all the older people at least, because remember, this is supposed to take place 20 years after the events of the first movie, They all know that Joe Winko has died and became an Onryo, even though he was living in Florida at the time. They all know that Joe Winko had died and became an Onryo, and that he became an evil ghost that killed 10 people in the first Onryo movie, and more people in Florida and Virginia in the second Onryo movie, and a whole bunch of people in Taiwan in the third Onryo movie. And they're all scared that Joe Winko will come to Elm Grove, Wisconsin and start like ripping out people's lungs in Elm Grove, Wisconsin. And if you look at this poster, look right there. All right, so that's a picture, that's supposed to be a picture of Joe Winko and his adoptive family. All of his adoptive family members are still alive in year 2040, which is the movie, which is the year where Onryo 4 Origin of Evil takes place. So they're all like paranoid about the ghost of Joe Winko. They all make a pact, everyone in the town of Elm Grove, Wisconsin, they all make a pact to never mention Joe Winko's name because they're scared that if they mention Joe Winko's name, it's going to bring him back to Elm Grove, Wisconsin, and he's going to start ripping out people's lungs in Elm Grove, Wisconsin. But guess what ends up happening? An investigator from Onryo 3 who lives over in Taiwan. He's investigating all the murders in Onryo 3, which were committed by the ghost of Joe Winko, but he doesn't think that Joe Winko is actually dead. He thinks that Joe Winko is alive, and he thinks that somehow Joe Winko came over to Taiwan and murdered a whole bunch of people in Taiwan, and then made it back to the USA. So now he wants to go over to the USA and investigate where Joe Winko is probably hiding out at, and he ends up reading online that Joe Winko's hometown was Elm Grove, Wisconsin. And he goes over to Elm Grove, Wisconsin, and he starts questioning all the people living in Elm Grove, Wisconsin about Joe Winko. And he starts talking to all of them about Joe Winko. And everyone in Elm Grove, Wisconsin was scared to talk about Joe Winko because they were afraid that if they talk about Joe Winko, it's going to summon the ghost of Joe Winko back to Elm Grove, Wisconsin, and he's going to start murdering people all over Elm Grove, Wisconsin. And guess what happens in Onryo 4 Origin of Evil with the detective from Taiwan questioning people in Elm Grove, Wisconsin about Joe Winko? Exactly what they were all afraid of. The ghost of Joe Winko comes back to Elm Grove, Wisconsin, starts picking off people one by one, mainly people who have pissed him off in the past. This movie's going to be full of like flashback scenes. Then he comes for his adoptive family, and yeah, it's pretty sinister and really evil because Joe Winko has been dead for 20 years in Onryo 4 Origin of Evil. So, yeah, it's going to be brutal. So, that's Onryo 4 Origin of Evil. Now, for the last movie, Onryo 5 Rebirth. This movie is going to take place 24 years after the events of Onryo, and 20 years after the events of Onryo 2. So that would mean 16 years after the events of Onryo 3, and 4 years after the events of Onryo 4 Origin of Evil. By this point, Joe Winko has been dead for 24 years, the same age he was when he died of coronavirus in year 2020, and what ends up happening is I don't want to spoil too much, but, well, basically you guys will already know when you see part of Onryo 2, you'll know how it's going to end, basically. Oh, well, okay, I just gave it away. One of the girls who survived the earlier Onryo movies, she's an adult now. Joe didn't kill her because she was too young, because the ghost of Joe Winko doesn't kill children at all. She's an adult now, and she's living in California, and she remembers seeing the ghost of Joe Winko when she was a kid, but she brushes it off as that he was just an imaginary friend, and she has no idea that he was actually a real person. But he said that he would come back for her, and she ends up getting pregnant in Onryo 5 Rebirth, but then she mysteriously has a miscarriage. But after that, her baby mysteriously comes back to life, and at that point, she starts having visions and nightmares of the ghost of Joe Winko. She recognizes him from her visions and nightmares from when she was a child, and that's when she finally finds out that the monster that she saw back when she was a kid was actually a real person, and that's actually the ghost of Joe Winko. And basically, what's going on in this movie, Joe Winko has been dead for 24 years, just as long as he had. I mean, just as long as, which is the same age he was when he died of coronavirus in Onryo 1. And she's pregnant. The ghost of Joe Winko has taken over the soul of her unborn baby because he plans on being reborn back into the real world and to come alive again. But there is a shocking and terrifying twist. Now, in real life and in the Onryo movies, Joe Winko was an orphan. All of his family members were dead, and he was an orphan because all of his family members were dead, and that's how he was in the first Onryo movie, and that's how his life was. In Onryo 5 Rebirth, Joe is going to come back to life, but he wants to come back to life the same way he did in his previous life, with all of his family members dead, and basically he goes on a he takes over the soul of her unborn baby. He starts killing off all of her friends one by one, all of her surviving family members one by one, because when he is reborn, he wants to be like an orphan with no family left alive. And also, the ghost of Joe Winko gets more and more evil as the Onryo movies progress. And by Onryo 5, Joe is full-blown evil and vicious. And yeah, it's gonna be really twisted and really messed up and really sinister. You guys may think of me differently by the time I finish this movie, but yeah, that's basically the plot for Onryo 5. I haven't decided exactly what should happen in it, but that's exactly who all the victims should be or something like that. But yeah, that's basically the plot. So yeah, and that's the plot of all 5 of the Onryo movies. And here they all are. I mean, the cover... Wait a second, what the hell? Oh, hold on one sec. See what I did wrong there. I need to make like a custom box to hold all these in. Here they all are. The covers for all 5 of the Onryo movies. But yeah. So stay tuned for those. Those are all on their way. Oh yeah, I remember Gypsy Rose. It was sad what happened to her. Sad what she went through, really. I never really talked about that very much. Oh yeah, these are all 5 of them. I forgot that I was actually holding one of the a duplicate of one of the DVD covers. Was it hard to come out as gay to your adoptive family? Well, the thing with my adoptive family, I didn't really come out to them at all. They found out I was gay. That's the thing. Because something like really bad happened to me back then. Don't really want to talk about exactly what happened and how that all perspired and everything, but yeah. Oh yeah, and there's also this. This is the DVD I made for the Knifed movies that has all 8 of the Knifed, well, not just 8 of them, but it has like the original Knifed movies from 2011 and the Knifed movies from 2013 on it. Yeah, here they are. And it also has more DVDs, and well, this one specifically has more DVDs. But yeah, that was when I was having one of my creative streaks. But yeah. Will I ever make a Sim movie with Johanna again? I'm not so sure, really. I mean, like, I lost touch with the original voice actor, but I might. That's actually not a Puerto Rican flag. That's an Ohio flag. We got that. It was a friend I met online who bought that for me from a flea market. Do I like Star Wars? I never really got into Star Wars, honestly. Oh yeah, there's also another thing I wanted to mention in this live stream. Um, there's this one, there's this road, there's this road that I was obsessed with for a long time, Interstate 81, that runs through the state of Virginia. And I actually have dash cam footage of me being driven down Interstate 81. There's a song that makes me think of Interstate 81. It's the song We Don't Talk Anymore by Charlie Puth and Selena Gomez. Let me show you the part of the road. This is a map of where I want it to be driven down, and this is a map of where I want it to be driven on. And wait, this is a map of Interstate 81 where I want it to be driven on through the state of Virginia. I'm spiritually connected to the state of Virginia because it's shaped like my bandana, and I became obsessed with that road because it runs parallel to the Appalachian Mountains, and it's a really pretty drive. But the song "We Don't Talk Anymore" by Charlie Puth and Selena Gomez makes me think of that road. The reason why is because I was writing the script for a remake of my Sims 2 horror movie that I made a while ago called Jenny's Nightmare, and that's a Sims 2 fan mo that's a that's a fan film. That's a fan film of the Scream movies. That's about Jenny Randall and going to Camp Wannaweep, which is actually supposed to be in Virginia, and Ghostface comes after her and all of her friends at Camp Wannaweep. And where I always imagined Camp Wannaweep was in Virginia, like inland Virginia, away from the water near Interstate 81. And when I was writing like the storyline for that, I had the radio on, and the song "We Don't Talk Anymore" started playing on the radio. And then that's why, basically because of my autism, that's the whole reason why "We Don't Talk Anymore." Do I have that? That's basically the whole reason why the song "We Don't Talk Anymore" by Charlie Puth and Selena Gomez makes me think of Interstate 81, because at that time I was writing the storyline for my remake of my Sims 2 scary movie, Jenny's Nightmare, which takes place in western Virginia, away from the water and away from the coastline, like near the mountains of western Virginia. That's where Camp Wannaweep. That's where I always imagine that Camp Wannaweep is supposed to be, really. So that's why the song "We Don't Talk Anymore" by Charlie Puth and Selena Gomez makes me think of Interstate 81 in western Virginia. And yeah, that song plays in my head at, and that song played in my head when I was being driven down Interstate 81. I actually have a I actually have videos of me being driven down Interstate 81, and I plan on posting those on YouTube soon as I'm done editing them, really. I filmed them with my dash cam. But yeah, it's really pretty. I like that road. Every time I hear the song We Don't Talk Anymore by Charlie Puth and Selena Gomez, I always imagine myself being driven down Interstate 81 past the Appalachian Mountains, because while I was writing the storyline for my Sims 2 scary movie, which is supposed to be a remake of my Sims 2 scary movie, Jenny's Nightmare, which takes place in Western Virginia near Interstate 81, that song was playing on the radio, and that's what caused me to, and my autism mind caused me to associate that song with Interstate 81. We Don't Talk Anymore by Charlie Puth and Selena Gomez. So yeah, it just felt like explaining that. Yeah, I did want to mention that in this live stream, because I was supposed to mention it during my last Ask Me Anything live stream, but I forgot to. So yeah, thought you guys might find that interesting. Speaking of that, can you guys all hope that my magic adventure... Can you guys all hope that my magic adventure runestone spell ends up working, please? This one? 1 second, I'll be right back. Did you hear today is the 43rd anniversary of Mount St. Helens eruption on May 18th, 1980? Oh, wow. Whoa. I didn't think of that, but damn, yeah, it sure is. How many people died when Mount St. Helens erupted? Just curious. I'll be right back. 1 second. One second. One more thing I have to put away real quick. Wait, could just put this... Yeah, I'll just put this right here. Alright, I'm back. Oh, yeah, Sims 4 is okay. I mean, I wasn't really a fan of The Sims 4. I was planning on making a scary movie with Sims 4 called Night of the Demons. It's about me being kidnapped by these crazy high school kids who want to throw a haunted house party, like who want to throw a Halloween party at this haunted house in the north side of Atlanta. And then what ends up happening is they kidnap me and bring me to the party because it's this creepy emo girl. I mean, not saying that emo girls are creepy, but this, or gothic girls are creepy, but this like creepy gothic girl is throwing the party, and she wants it to be like a killer Halloween party. So what she ends up doing is she has her high school friends kidnap me and take me up to Atlanta, where she has like this book about evil magic spells and how to get people possessed by demons. And like basically all the kids, all the high school kids are watching my videos on YouTube, and they all like make fun of me and everything because I'm supposed to be like 50 years old in this movie. And that's why she has her high school friends kidnap me from Florida, and like they have me like knocked unconscious. They take me up to the haunted house, and she does this seance where she reveals that she reveals that she kidnapped me. Her and her high school friends kidnapped me. Everyone at the party is freaked out, and she says that she kidnapped me and brought me there because she wanted to show them all. She wanted them all to witness demonic possession. So she wants to, basically what she's trying to do is she brought me there so she can have me get possessed by a demon because she thought that all of her high school friends who were going to her haunted house Halloween party would think that it was cool because she wanted to throw a killer Halloween party. So she does the spell that has me get possessed by a demon. I do end up getting possessed by a demon. It works exactly as she thought it would, except it's much. She gets me possessed by the demon. They're all trapped inside the house, and basically I pick them all off one by one, and it's going to be really brutal and really scary. And what ends up happening is I'm not the only one who gets possessed by the demon. She also gets possessed by the demon, and some of her other friends get possessed by the demon, but I'm the main one who kills everyone in that story. It's going to be called Night of the Demons. I'm not playing a nice part in that movie. But yeah. But basically, they all kind of deserve it because they all staged my abduction. I mean, they all planned my abduction and everything, so that's why you're not supposed to feel sorry for them. That was my best way of explaining it. I don't know why I had difficulty explaining the story for that movie, but I hope you guys all get what I mean. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it with The Sims 4 or The Sims 2. Sims 2 and Sims 3 are worth more money. I mean, they're selling them like they're more expensive. I used to have like my Sims 1 games on on CD, but I forgot where I put them. Hope I end up finding those. Hope I didn't leave them anywhere. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. 57 people died during the eruption, Beto Garcia. Oh yeah, but besides that, this is my Magic Adventure runestone. Um, Basically, it's a magic spell that someone told me about. Let me turn on this light so you guys can see it better. They told me to draw a face on one side of the stone and then draw the rune symbol for protection and safe travel on the other side of the stone. And I made like tons of these before. What I'm supposed to do with this is I'm supposed to whisper to it, say to it all the places that I want to road trip to and be taken to. And then when I finally make it to one of those places, I'm supposed to leave the stone there, and then I'm supposed to make another one, and I'm supposed to carry it around with me everywhere. So I always carry this in my pocket whenever I go out, which isn't very often. I'm always at home all the time, but I always carry these around in my carry this around in my pocket, and yeah, supposed to say to it all the places I want to be taken to, and it's supposed to help me get there. Yeah, it's a magic spell, so yeah. That's why I did the video of it earlier, and I also talked about it in one of my episodes of Joe Winko Talk a long time ago. Atlanta, Georgia, Charlotte, North Carolina, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Tallahassee, Florida, Pensacola, Florida, Panama City, Florida, Mobile, Alabama, Biloxi, Mississippi, Edmondson, Arkansas, Crittenden County, Arkansas, Blytheville, Arkansas, Bella Vista, Arkansas, Boneville, Arkansas, Moscow, Arkansas, Mount Ida, Arkansas, Ozark, Arkansas, Heber Springs, Arkansas, Joplin, Missouri, Lawrence, Kansas, Moore, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Wilson, Oklahoma, Sacramento, California, San Francisco, California, Los Angeles, California, Buffalo, New York, St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, Bismarck, North Dakota, Missoula, Montana, Miles City, Montana, Billings, Montana, Butte, Montana, Helena, Montana. So mote it be. So, yeah, imagine someone taking me to all those places, and then once I make it to any of those places, I'm supposed to leave this stone there, and then yeah, then I make another stone all over again, and the cycle starts all over again. I carry this around with me everywhere I go, and it's my adventure rune stone. So yeah, that's basically how they all work, really. I mean, like I have like a whole bunch of these stones, but yeah, I mean these flat stones that are meant for painting stuff on, but they're shaped as hexagons, but I really wish they were shaped as pentagons instead, because I feel like pentagons, like a pentagon, is more of a magical state shape than a hexagon, really. But it's good enough. I mean, yeah. Where did you get that black and red square on your wall? Those are actually my soundproofing tiles. They're a bunch of foam things that I put on my wall to help soundproof my room, really. That's what those are all supposed to be. I'm not sure how well they work, but yeah. I need to put up more of them when I get the chance to, because I have like a whole bunch of them left. It was actually my grandma who ordered all those for me from eBay. I'm not sure why I'm stuttering. Gosh. Is there a reason why you don't drive? Oh, good question. The reason why I don't drive is because first, I have autism and I get sidetracked and distracted easily. Plus, I never really liked doing any of the driving either. I prefer to be the passenger and the navigator instead. But also, on top of that, because of my type 1 diabetes, if my blood sugar bottoms out while I'm behind the wheel, it would get really bad and I might end up crashing, and that would not be good. So that's the reason why I don't drive at all. I mean, I have driven a car before. I do have a driver's license and everything, but I never drive at all. I mean, I know how to drive, but it's not recommended that I drive at all, really, because of my type 1 diabetes. But I do have a driver's license and everything. That is a good question, though. A lot of, like, you know what? The thing is, most people never really get mad at me for not wanting to do any of the driving ever. I mean, most of them prefer that I don't drive their car at all, except for one stranger who took me on a road trip way back in 2021. He was getting mad at me because I wouldn't do any of the driving, even though I told him I don't do any of the driving and explained like all those reasons why. But I was like, why would you want me to do the driving? I mean, I'm worried about crashing. It's not a good idea to have me drive. I mean, gosh. But yeah, that's the reason why I never do any of the driving. But yeah, it is what it is. Just need to find someone who is okay with doing all the driving, so please hope that I do. 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 And you know, as a matter of fact, let me do the whole Adventure Runestone spell again. 1 second. Atlanta, Georgia. Charlotte, North Carolina. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Tallahassee, Florida. Panama City, Florida. Pensacola, Florida. Mobile, Alabama. Biloxi, Mississippi. Edmondson, Arkansas. Crittenden County, Arkansas. Blytheville, Arkansas. Heber Springs, Arkansas. Boneville, Arkansas. Ozark, Arkansas. Mount Ida, Arkansas. Bella Vista, Arkansas. Lawrence, Kansas. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Moore, Oklahoma. Wilson, Oklahoma. Houston, Texas. Sacramento, California. Los Angeles, California. San Francisco, California. Buffalo, New York. St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. Bismarck, North Dakota. Miles City, Montana. Billings, Montana. Butte, Montana. Helena, Montana. Missoula, Montana. So moted be. Itor in tempor agite. 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 That was a Latin chant. You don't want to go to San Francisco nor Sacramento. This is coming from someone who lives there. What? I loved San Francisco. I didn't spend enough time there last time I was there. Let's talk about it. You're so lucky to have a driver's license, Joe. I was asking my dad, but he won't let me. I never had a car, and I don't have a driver's license before. Oh, wow, that's messed up. Sorry about that, Sylvania. My dad had always told me that it'd be better to use me as a driver, and I had a friend who lost his cousin due to a car crash 10 years ago. Oh. That's a Latin chant, Beto Garcia. It's, if you want to know exactly what that translates to, hold on, let me double check real quick. I mean, I know what it's about, but just don't know it word from word. We go on long drives. Ito in tempor agite. Ito in tempor agite. I say that when I'm casting my love spells because I'm trying to summon a crazy man who likes to take me on really long drives. So yeah, just being honest. Yeah. San Francisco is. Oh, damn, that's disgusting. I mean, I didn't know about. Yeah, I have heard about that. Damn. Yeah, I mean, San Francisco isn't really a safe place, but yeah. I wouldn't be there for very long. Just wanted to drive across the bridge again and get more footage of the bridge. There's actually a grave there that I wanted to visit. That's why I wanted to go to San Francisco. But Sacramento, I mean, that's like if I had to move to California, that's the town that I would want to live in Sacramento, California. That's why I wanted to visit there. But then again, California, they're getting too lenient with their laws and everything. They're letting too many people out of prison. So that's why I wouldn't want to live in California, really. And shoplifters get away with stealing stuff from there. That's messed up, really. Don't even get me started. I don't want to go to Sacramento. I mean, like, I wouldn't want to live in California. I mean, even though Florida's getting messed up too. I mean, It's like bad from both ends. I mean, if California had different laws, it'd be different. Like if they were more strict on the criminals and everything. But I don't know. Where the hell did I put my... Oh, here it is. Well, I've been live streaming for an hour and 15 minutes, so I'm actually going to end this live stream right here. Thanks so much to everyone who watched my Ask Me Anything live stream. It was a lot of fun doing it. And thank you so much for everyone who participated. So, yeah, that's basically it for this live stream. So don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. And don't forget to ask all your friends to subscribe. And don't forget to download all my YouTube videos in case something happens to my channel. I mean, I want to preserve every single one of my videos, really. So, yeah, a 4K video downloader, that's what you can use. So that's basically it. So, peace out, people.